I have some very disturbing news that is going to shake up some of you who are Bible readers. We have been serving Satan. I'm just going to say that. Don't turn me off. Don't turn me off. I'm just as disappointed as you are at this point. This research that I've done was actually stimulated by Billy Carson. I wanted to hear his perspective of why he said that we have been serving Satan. I just wanted to hear him out. And some of his points were very valid. So I did my own research. And what I found was that our ancestors, those who have African ancestors, arrived in the U.S. in Virginia in 1619. The English version, the King James version of the Bible, was created in 1611 in London. John Winthrop brought the Bible to the U.S., supposedly to Massachusetts in 1630, along with some settlers that were traveling to the U.S. Virginia, where the Portuguese slave ships brought in the first 20 Africans, 1619. King James Version of the Bible, 1611, the English version. Then I wanted to take a look to see, well, when did Christianity come to North Africa? Because when I visited Ghana, they were telling me very different stories than what we get here in the U.S. about how Christianity was pretty much forced on their people. They believe that Christianity came to North Africa the first or early 2nd century A.D. Some say Mark, one of the apostles of Jesus, brought Christianity to Africa. But in the 15th century, the Portuguese brought Christianity to the Africans in the sub-Saharan part of Africa, the West Coast, where the slave trade was happening. Now, it doesn't take rocket science to see and to understand that these people did not love our ancestors. They did not bring what perhaps the apostles were bringing or teaching about in the earlier days. They weren't bringing the same messages. So the translation or the creation of the Bible was based on self-gain, greed, control, fear. So then it was utilized here in the U.S. to control our ancestors. That's why it was brought here, and that's why it was pushed upon our ancestors who were slaves. They taught a charismatic black man how to read and feed the information to the slaves, our ancestors. So then that became their hope. We have white pictures of, a white man that's not even Yeshua, that's in throughout the Bibles and in churches. Satan, encouraging them to worship and to obey Satan and to do everything that the Bible says to do. Honor your slave masters. Satan. So they took universal principles that are valid, the stories of Yeshua that are empowering, that are valid, and they tainted it Because that's what Satan do. That's what demonic forces do. And they take it and they taint it. Something that is pure. They took it and they poisoned it. And then they instilled it into our people. And we wonder why the Black community is suffering. Because we have been poisoned mentally, spiritually, physically, since our ancestors got here, before they got here. And when they got here, we are in 2024. Look at how we are and where we are as a Black community compared to other communities, broken. And we're in the churches. Y'all, we got to wake up. I need a moment.